What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys another video. And today we're doing what if Goku turned Super Saiyan in the Saiyan saga. So just as a quick recap, Son Goku learned grade 2 much earlier in this timeline, but unfortunately 19 and Dr. Dro were stronger than him, and he succumbed to the heart virus much quicker. Vegeta tried to intervene, but unfortunately he lost his life. Fortunately for our heroes, Piccolo managed to kill Android 19, and now our heroes are faced with Dr. Gero. As Dr. Gero starts slapping around Piccolo, Tien, and Krillin, Gohan just stands there, not being able to do anything, absolutely aghast at the situation. Combine a feeling of helplessness with a feeling that Piccolo and his father will die, Gohan lets out a monstrous yell and transforms into a Super Saiyan. Then he fires a huge Masenko, which distracts Dr. Gero, as he did not see it coming, so he couldn't absorb it, leaving him at the same level as he was at the start of the fight. This Masenko gave the four of them a chance to escape. Whilst flying, they come across future Trunks, and then Bulma, baby Trunks, and Yajirobe, and make sure that they all turn around and meet back up at Capsule Corp. At Capsule Corp, Gohan reveals to both Trunks and Bulma the situation with Vegeta, which makes them both devastated. Although Bulma didn't really care for the man, that's her baby daddy after all, and so she must feel at least something. Trunks, however, takes this much more hard, feeling a vendetta against the androids much more than he usually did. Trunks asks the situation to Gohan and asks him if he has any ideas on what they can do, and Gohan says that his father found a way to break past the wall of the Super Saiyan, to surpass it. If them two can learn it, then they'll be much stronger than these androids. And then they reveal that Dr. Gero is the only one left. Android 19 was destroyed. Hearing Android 19 makes Trunks confused. Who's this 19? I thought it was 17 and 18. Then they reveal that Trunks came from a different timeline, Android 17 and 18, not 19 and 20. Future Trunks and Gohan both go inside of a gravity room that Bulma was developing for Vegeta, so that he could get much stronger if he ever came back. The two of them start training in Super Saiyans, trying to get much stronger than both their fathers and Dr. Gero. Whilst them two are training, Dr. Gero is attacking Ginger Village and comes across something very odd. Cell starts appearing and absorbing people before catching up with Gero. As the city's in ruins, Cell reveals who he is, which confuses Gero quite a bit. You weren't meant to be ready for another 17 years. What's going on here? Cell then reveals that he used a time machine, which makes Gero interested. Cell then asks for Android 17 and 18, but Gero says that they don't need to release it, they've got it under control. This angers Cell, and he asks again, which Gero doesn't take too kindly to. He attacks Cell, and Cell fights back, breaking off his creator's head with a tail slice. Kami contacts Piccolo and tells him to come meet him at the lookout. It's urgent, which Piccolo understands and flies over there. Krillin and Tien remain outside the gravity chamber in case Dr. Gero arrives, because they don't know that he's been offed. At the lookout, Kami and Piccolo fuse as they do in canon, but will this be enough? Now, my reasoning for not thinking that this will be enough is that Android 19 and 20 were stronger, and so I think that Cell would be stronger, but we'll see how the story plays out. With the knowledge of what Cell looks like and that Dr. Gero's been killed, Piccolo flies back to Capsule Corp and tells everyone about how they can get much stronger much faster. The Room of Spirit and Time. He also alerts them to the fact that Dr. Gero has been killed by something much stronger than him, which makes everyone frightened. If they weren't able to compete with the Doctor, then how will they be able to compete with something much stronger than him? The five of them fly to the lookout and arrive just outside the chamber, where Mr. Popo reveals how it happens in there, and how the air is really dense, the environment gets really hot and really cold, and the gravity is 10 times stronger. Both future Trunks and Gohan step into the chamber and start training together intensely. Trunks, whilst training, reminisces about the time that he trained a future Gohan and promises to him that he won't let him down. He'll save the future. As they train, Cell makes his way to the cave, where 17 and 18 are remaining. Piccolo, seeing this, rushes over there to try and stop the bug monster, as does Tien and Krillin, not wanting to be left alone on the lookout with Mr. Popo, because Mr. Popo is a frightening creature. No, but in all seriousness, they probably want to go back him up, and so if he gets knocked down, they can give him senzu beans. As Cell lurks outside of the door, Piccolo arrives and kicks him away from it, reminding Tien and Krillin to keep him away. As the fight progresses, both Piccolo and Cell are evenly matched, as Krillin and Tien are just batted away like slugs. With a huge scream, Piccolo fires a Makanko Sapo at Cell, but he counters with a Kamehameha, and the two get into a beam struggle, which I think Piccolo would win, because if you recall, Cell had a much weaker version of Kamehameha, as Piccolo remarked in their fight in canon. So I think that if Piccolo and Cell were evenly matched at this point, their beams would be about evenly matched if Cell had a Kamehameha up to scale. But since he doesn't, I think Piccolo would win this beam struggle. The Makanko Sapo pierces Cell's chest and flings him down to the ground below. As the three celebrate their victory, Piccolo's face turns grim as Cell floats back up, mad and stronger. Piccolo rushes at Cell, but this attempt appears to be futile, as he's batted away and shot with a Dodon Ray. This happens due to the fact that King Cold and Frieza didn't come to Earth, and so they have no knowledge of the Arcosian DNA. And I know it's not Arcosian, but it sounds much more cool than Frost Demon. And so they don't have the DNA, they don't have their powers, and so he doesn't know Death Beam. The Dodon Ray is like a discount Death Beam, so I think it'd work about the same. Piccolo falls to the ground in pain as he spits up blue blood, as his wound gushes. Cell just ignores both Krillin and Tien and walks towards his cave, telling them to leave unless they want to die by his perfect form. Tien, in a fit of desperation, fires a Shin Kiko Ho at Cell, which pushes him back further and further away from the cave. Krillin then fires a Kienzon at him, which cuts him in half. This onslaught of attacks holds Cell off for about a minute before he regenerates, again stronger. He fires a huge blast at Tien, piercing his gut, and he falls to the ground, dead. Piccolo, barely breathing, manages to fire a blast at Cell and tells Krillin to escape. As Krillin flies away, he watches Cell firing a huge ki blast at Piccolo, vaporizing the Namekian. Knowing he can't do anything, he flies away, hoping that Gohan and Trunks will be able to do something. Not wanting to be useless, however, he fires a huge Kamehameha at the cave, which creates a huge explosion. This huge explosion also destroys Android 18, which is a bit ironic, don't you think? Cell absorbs 17 before noticing that 18's pod has been broken, as is her structure. She's not working anymore. This angers Cell, and he flies out of the cave, searching for Krillin, and yelling that he'll destroy the world if Krillin doesn't get back there. This proves to be a bluff, however, as Cell's not one to turn down a challenge, and awaits as Goku is his main target. He wants him dead. Instead, Cell starts firing Big Bang crashes everywhere, destroying the wasteland, before flying away to different cities, destroying them as well. He's not sparing anything this time. As Krillin arrives at the lookout, Gohan and future Trunks emerge from the time chamber, but much stronger than before. He briefs them on the situation, which makes Gohan angry. He lets out a fit of rage and bursts off the lookout, searching for Cell, wanting to kill him. In a matter of minutes, he arrives at Cell's location above a bunch of cities and starts beating into him, not sparing any part of him, breaking him. Then, Gohan goes into Super Saiyan Grade 2 and continues to beat up Cell, wanting revenge. Cell, knowing that he has Gohan here, starts to mock him, telling him that he killed Piccolo, it wasn't slow. This angers Gohan even more, as his hair starts raising up and he yells, "Stop it!" His power skyrockets and breaks Gohan's potential exponentially. Cell looks in horror as for a split second Gohan ascends even higher in the Super Saiyan grades, while quickly falling out of this and into the river. Future Trunks catches him, places him down, before rushing at Cell in Super Saiyan grade 3. Cell puts up a good fight, as does Trunks, and the two battle. Trunks is confused. How can he beat Cell? His power is stronger than him. And Cell reveals the little quirk about how he's slower. He can't touch him. This angers Trunks, but he's got enough energy. He falls into grade 2 and thanks Cell for the advice, beating him up more and more. He then kicks Cell hard in the face, launching him and fires a huge heat dome attack, rushing that beam straight at him and vaporizing him. Or so he thinks. In Gohan's onslaught, he ripped off Cell's arm, and so Cell starts to regenerate from that. As Trunks notices, Cell punches him hard in the face, knocking Trunks into the ground. Gohan regains consciousness and notices this, as Cell lands back down and shoves his tail into Trunks' gut, starting to absorb him. Gohan, feeling hopeless yet again, falls back into Super Saiyan, and then into that form he was just in, Super Saiyan 2. He rushes at Cell, rips off his tail, and then gut punches him, piercing through his gut and grabbing one of his organs, ripping it out. Cell is in shock and agony as he tries hitting Gohan even more. This proves futile as Gohan just sits there taking it, grinning. After a beating going on for several minutes, Gohan slams Cell into the ground and stares him in the eye like a feral beast. Cell begs for mercy. "Please, I'm not on my perfect form. If I was just at my perfect form, I could beat you." Gohan doesn't seem to buy this. He's not his father, nor is he Vegeta. He won't take bluffs like this. He looks down at Cell and coldly says, "Did my master ask you for mercy? Do you think he wanted to die?" Cell starts getting fearful as he flies away, and Gohan just fires a really quick Kamehameha at him, vaporizing Cell completely. Krillin arrives and gives both Gohan and Trunks a senzu bean, helping them both up. They then start to gather the Dragon Balls, but quickly realize that, since Piccolo absorbed Kami, there are no Dragon Balls, and so they face this grim reality. Goku wakens about a day later and goes to New Namek as he does in canon. He picks up Dende and takes him back to Lookout, and then he remakes the Dragon Balls. He then tells Gohan how proud he is of him, and how well he did to stand up to Cell like that, and the two hug, before gathering the Dragon Balls and reviving everyone killed by Cell. Then, after this, the world kinda goes back to normal for a while. Vegeta, feeling much weaker than everyone else, goes into the time chamber alone, and gets about as strong as he does in canon, considering the fact that he never trained with Trunks to begin with. After this, Goku and Gohan go in together, where Gohan learns more about the Super Saiyan 2 form, as well as masters the Super Saiyan form. Goku starts to grasp the Super Saiyan form much better, learning the mastered state, and although he sees how to get to Super Saiyan 2, he can't quite grasp it yet, saying that he'll probably need a bit more training before he can get anywhere there, and then laughs a little bit. Future Trunks goes back to his future as he does in canon, not gaining the respect that he did for his father, due to the fact that he didn't die, and therefore Vegeta didn't try and avenge him. Arriving there, he kills the androids fairly quickly, with Super Saiyan Grade 2, grinning as he does it, telling them that he's avenging everyone that they killed. This is where I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you press that like and subscribe button, and comment down below what you think is going to happen in the next part. And stay tuned. Bye!